Welcome to the Sewing Report. I'm Jennifer Moore, helping you discover your love of sewing crafts and DIY projects. And how about we try out some new sewing supplies? I got a bunch of goodies in the mail from my friends at Clover, and this is not a sponsored video, but they did send these items to me. So I picked out some of the ones that were most intriguing, and I decided to try them out. So let's go over them. Now, this first thing I was pretty excited about because I did need a new one. Of course, your standard seam ripper, and it matches the awl I already owned. So got a little matching set here, and you are supposed to replace your seam rippers every once in a while to get a fresh one and make sure the cutting implement is sharp. So thank you for this. I will get plenty of use out of the seam ripper. Just being real here, I don't do a ton of hand sewing, but I was excited about this thimble. Now this definitely looks a little bit different. It's called the Protect and Grip Thimble in size medium. The metal tip has dimples to hold the needle head in place and a pronounced ridge around the top to provide extra holding. The vented rubber sides allow circulation to keep your finger cool, and it does come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. After trying this out a bit, I have to say I do really like this. I know it seems like kind of a small thing, but it actually makes a difference. I've got other thimbles right here, but one of the common problems I have is that after you use it for a while, this metal one just doesn't stay in your finger as well. And it also makes your finger kind of sweaty and, you know, kind of like you've been in the shower or the bathroom too long. But I like the ridged edges. I think it's comfortable, but I also like that it's kind of a hybrid, because I also have this other silicone or plastic one, and it's not, again, it doesn't have the metal tip, so you don't get that added protection. So I like that this is sort of a hybrid metal / silicone thimble here. I don't know, I'm a fan. Next up is this tiny set of 2 needle threaders and cutters. They're so cute. I really love that you can just fit it in the palm of your hand, and they're very convenient. I tried them out. They were great, needle threaded easily, and I like how small the cutting implement is. If I had one criticism for this item, it's that I feel like the threader part, the metal here, I feel like there's a good chance I'm gonna break these because they're so delicate, as needle threaders are, but often your needle threader comes with a little like cap for it. I think it would be awesome if the threader part retracted somehow, like maybe if there was like, you know, kind of like how your rotary cutter retracts, something like that. I feel like then this would not need like a case or anything, and I think it would make it a lot more durable and less prone to breakage. I feel like I'm gonna have to be so careful with these. Clover, if you are watching, I think that's one little thing that would be a huge improvement to this product. Of course, for all I know, Clover already has a product that does that. Clover makes so many sewing notions, it's hard to keep track of, and I already own tons of other Clover products too. This is just ridiculously cute. This is the I Sew for Fun Heart Pin Caddy. It is magnetic, and I really love that it has this groove in the middle to make it really easy for you to pick pins up. I have another magnetic pin holder, but it's just flat, so sometimes when you're trying to pick up the pins, you know, it's really hard to get it off that surface because you're just grabbing at the shaft of the pin. But with this groove here, you can just pick it up, especially if all your pins are facing the same directions. I think this is a really well thought out product. I think the heart shape is just adorable. And it comes with a cover, so sometimes if you're trying to store your pin caddy or you're on the go, you know, you're worried about the pins going all over the place, not a problem with this pin caddy because it's got a cover for it. So they've really thought of everything. So you can keep this on, snap it on, and all your pins will stay in place, and then take it off when you're ready to use. I just think this is probably one of my favorite items in this whole box. Of course, they've got pins with heart-shaped heads on them. I mean, could this get any cuter? I don't think so. Straight up, I was really curious about this item. This is the Sew for Fun roll-in press. I've seen seam rollers before. I've seen ones that were a lot bigger and wooden, often used for paper piecing. You know, if you don't have an iron and you just want to like quickly finger press something, this is apparently the solution. It's got a tapered wheel, so it focuses most of the pressure in the center where your seam is. It is supposedly ergonomically designed. It is pretty comfortable to hold. This isn't the most sturdy thing in the world, but I tried it out. It does kind of get the job done. It doesn't really compare to your iron when it comes to pressing a seam, but if you're in a pinch, you don't want to get your iron out and you just need to press a seam really quickly, this is a good option, and it's supposedly the best for paper piecing or for laminates. So this is the roll-in press. I do think it's very cute, so definitely get some points for being really fun, and I love the colors. And that's a look at some of the latest offerings by Clover. I really enjoyed trying out all these things. It's so much fun, and there's always something coming out that just makes your life easier or makes sewing and quilting more enjoyable. If you are just getting into sewing, let me know below in the comments, what is your go-to, like, holy grail must-have sewing tool? I'm curious. I would say out of all of mine, I think having good quality rulers and a rotary cutter is great. I also am very picky about my pins, and I recently did a whole like history and showing off my collection of sewing pins. So if you want to check that out and you're looking for something to watch next, definitely head there. Anyways, I'm Jennifer Moore for the Sewing Report. Feel free to subscribe to this channel for everything sewing crafts and DIY projects, and I will see you guys again in the next video.